Well, hello there and welcome to the channel, and in this video we are going to be doing our November exotic garden walk around, and I'll give you fair warning, this is going to be the last walk around we're going to do for this year. We're not going to do anything until the spring because, to be honest with you, as soon as we get those first frosts, I'm going to put everything away, put the garden to bed. So before we go and do that, there are things to look at in the garden which I'm quite surprised at, despite being in the middle of autumn. But even so, some of the plants are very confused. I'm going to be seeing some things ordinarily you wouldn't see. So without further ado, let's take a look. Gee, why is it so noisy? So it's been quite dry. It's unseasonably mild, and despite being rather old, I'm still in just a short sleeve shirt, and as such the garden is a bit confused. So as we go and have a look around, come on now, you done? One more. So as we look around, we're going to see some things that we wouldn't ordinarily see at this time of year. And to start off with, I'm going to show you that there. Shut it! Look at that. It's the old Woodland Tobacco, Nicotiana sylvestris, and it's come out into a second set of blooms for the year. And also look at all this new growth. I know it's got insects on it, you don't need to put that in the comment. Look at all this new growth. It is really lush and green and lovely, and should not be at this time of year. This should be all spent seed pods and nothing. Oh, flipping birds. This Iomo, I admit, it is starting to look a bit tired, but it's still, I do still like this leaf colour. It's really, really lovely. The palms are still looking quite nice, and in fact, we've got very little of that brown or black spots that you do get, those little fungal spots that you get on these leaves of the Shomirobs humilis. You know, it's typical this time of year, you tend to see a lot of it, but this year we've specifically grown it quite tough, so we haven't watered it too much, haven't fed it too much. It has still grown, but we haven't looked after it as well as we normally would. We've kept it growing hard, and because of that, there seems to be a big reduction. I mean, there's still a little bit coming through, but not like I've seen it in previous years when it's sort of like the whole basal growth of leaf has got these spots on. I've had to cut the whole lot off, but you know, it's looking good. My lovely old man cactus, the Cephaloceras senilis, this is still looking good, and because it does have this sort of like fluffy covering, all this fur is actually modified spines. It can actually take a certain amount of cold. Some say even take -1, no problem at all, but certainly wouldn't let it go any lower. And personally, I won't leave it outside once temperatures start to drop below about 5 degrees Celsius. So if you've seen some of our previous videos, you'll know that earlier in the year we had quite a big hit of the oh my god, I think we've had it again, a big hit of the box caterpillar, moth caterpillar. I think we've had a little bit more back. I have to do a proper check over that, but on the whole we cleared it and we've had new growth come through, so I'm quite pleased with that. But I probably will need to give that a trim to tidy it up, and I'm going to have to check on that. I think we might have a last minute attack. Bloody things. The planted basket we did for the town show, that's still not looking too bad. The Fuchsia Boliviana is looking a bit tired. It's still got a lot of flower on it, but I think the cooler weather, because this really is a tropical plant, it's not coping. It's got a little bit of mildew coming up on some of these older leaves. But what I haven't seen on the fuchsias here, which I have seen fuchsias around the town, is that these don't have fuchsia gourmite, at least not yet. Or no, I don't think so. I think we're finding that. And the African marigolds, I mean, look at that. It's November. That's in full flower. Loads of these buds coming in flower. I think that's done a really impressive display. Like I say, salvia is still in flower, so that's really good. This is the hardy Japanese banana musibasju, and this, look at it, shooting out loads and loads of new growth. And if you think that's impressive for November, check this out. I've had another flower turn up on my bigger specimen. So that's two blooms I've had this year. That's the first I've ever had, and there you go, 2 for 1. Fantastic. I just want to point this out. So it's November now. Come beginning of September, I actually put this plant into the town show display, and I had 1 bloom on it and 1 bud on it. So it's quite disappointing, even though I did get a prize for it. But look at this now. It's actually had a stack of blooms, not looking as good as it did say a week or so ago, but it really come on well. But this, look at this, that is the absolute star of the garden. That's a Brugmansia, commonly named the Angel's Trumpet, and it's absolutely phenomenal. And one of the wonderful things about this is that it's night scented, so you know, while it's mild like this still, you can come out in the evening and you get that glorious pungent citrusy vanilla scent of these blooms. Really, really like that. And can I just point out this little stunner of a plant? This is a Canam Tropicana variety, and it is just about to come into flower. You can just see these bud shoots starting to break and the colour of the flowers underneath. So give it a few more warm days, and we have got a few more warm days. That'll be in bloom soon. I'll be really impressed with that. Wonderful. And just before we look at that, look at this Dizo Cactus acamanii, or the Bolivian forest cactus, I think it's called. Look at that. That is supposed to flower in, well, it does flower in June, what am I saying it's supposed to? And now November, it's decided to have another go. And this is actually getting to a fairly decent size, to a point where that'll actually open up into its full glory, which hopefully be in about a week or so, because that is getting pretty big. And it's not just that. Look at loads of them, loads. Absolutely wonderful. Anyway, I wasn't talking about these, I was talking about Tet Paniculata. Look at that, an absolutely star of the garden, really impressive, masses of foliage. I have taken loads of it off because it keeps shading everything else under here. And can I just point out while I'm here, that magnificent, truly wonderful looking Monstera deliciosa, which you probably think, I can't grow that outside in the UK. Let's be honest, you can't. It's in a pot, it'll have to come in because it won't tolerate the cold temperatures over the winter, even if it gets drops to about 1-2 degrees. I really wouldn't keep it out in the cold. As soon as it gets to about 5-7 degrees, that needs to come in. But anyway, look how wonderful and gorgeous that is. You've got a bit of lovely autumn colour coming off on this Parthenocistus quinquifolia, quinqui meaning 5 foliar leaves, so you've got these 5 lobed leaves, but that's a really nice colour. And that's a Canam musifolia, which means banana leaf. And let's look at that. Let's look at that. So you can see there's quite a lot of similarity there. Apart from this giant leaf hosta there, which is halfway through losing all its foliage and looking a bit of a mess, this border still looks quite nice, tidy, jungly, and rather lovely. I'm still a big fan of this Fuchsia spiderweb. Looking really good, though we seem to possibly have a little bit of reversion here, going back to green, but that might just be because of the time of year. Hopefully these will get the same coloration as these. If not, I'll have to remove this whole stem back. But for now, it's in flower. Look at that, weird flowers. Oh, the black bamboo looking good. The old Trachycarpus is looking good. The old Chuzan palm, and this is my Hedychium coccinea, the scarlet ginger, which I'm going to be lifting this year. It's been in the ground 3 years now, but when the frost comes, this dies back, I'm going to lift that up. I'm going to hot house it in a greenhouse. Now the Agave Americana, that's finally picked up actually. It doesn't look too bad at all. But before the rain starts to come for the autumn winter, I'm going to put a rain cover over that. Look at that. Another flower bud on that Canam Tropicana. I've got the glory lily here. Now I'm going to have to dry these off, so we're going to have to do some remedial work shortly to stop stuff getting too wet. So these will have to come in, dry off. I want to put a cover on that. This guy's going to have to come in. Look at that. It's another flower head. Now this is the Hedychium Devon Cream, so it's a gingerly, it's hybrid. Look at that. Blooms again, I can't believe that. I'm really surprised. November, like I say, we're in November. You got gingers flowering, that is ridiculous. The Ricus Communist, this cultivar with the like the purple leaves, not showing too much purple on it. This just took a long time this year to get going, but we really didn't have the heat, we really didn't have the day length with the sun on it to get going, but it has picked up. We are starting to get some blooms and some seed on it, but it's a shame it didn't do as well as last year's. And this has been a disappointment. This is my Fuchsia Boliviana, and I'm disappointed because we had one stem that was about to come into flower, and then we went away for a couple of days, come back, and a whole stem had snapped. And it's not the only one that happened to. We had a lot of apple drop. It just smashed up all the branches. So next year I'm going to put a well, this year I'm going to put a big thick mulch down the base of it, and then come the spring I'm going to put some support on these stems and hopefully get it a bit bigger. But it's taken a long time to get here. It just suffered with a bit of broad mite, as you can see. Look at that, typical broad mite damage on it, but it cleared up with some insecticide. What was it? Bug Clear Ultra. So that's quite important because that's been very effective at the moment, and it cleared it up, but we just haven't had the temperatures to bring out the bud. And I did check these earlier and there was still no signs of bud, which is such a shame because we had it on that big stem we had. The hanging plants are still looking good. Well, to be fair, I think that might need a wee bit of water, even though we haven't got the hot temperatures. They still have a bit of a wind, and they do dry out so quickly. And this one here, look at it, what is going on here? I've got some apples in the top. I should probably just take. That's right. But look at that. Why do we have parsley growing in my dichondra pot? I don't know. It's just sent to try me, these things. Now we've got a couple of tree dahlias in the garden, Dahlia Imperialist, and I've been banging on about these all year because I really like these. They're so structural, really good architectural effect that they can give. But one of the issues with them is that they flower really late. And every time I've grown these previously, as soon as those buds start to fill up and look like they're going to open, we get a frost and it just ruins it. So I've never actually had an opened bloom from this dahlia in all my entire life, and that's a very long time. But this year, I know for a fact we've got still a few more days of very mild temperatures, and take a look at this. Come down. Look at that. Now we've got some flower buds on it. Finally, it's taken its time. You know, when you consider just how big and how much foliage is on this leaf, and then it, you know, so it's got the capacity to produce an awful lot of sugar, awful lot of energy, and then it makes a flower so tiny, really sad. But you know, there's a good chance that that's actually going to bloom, so I'm really keen for that to happen. There's nothing I can do about it if there's a frost. I can't really protect it, but look at that. That's brilliant. Of course, at this time of year, the ravages of autumn are starting to show their signs in the borders, and this one is no exception. But you know, if you keep your eye in and take a look around, there's still some interest happening. Let me show you. We've got this lovely flush of new growth on this Yucca gigantea, formerly known as Elephanttypy. So I'm keen about that because that could mean I'll have some blooms next year if you have a good summer. We got this as Canna Red Humboldt, and even though it's this late, it's still trying to put flowers. But not just that, look at this. Look at that. I'm really pleased with that. And a bit further in there, there's a Formium. I can't remember which one it is, pink something or other, and again a flush of really strong growth going through here. Look at that, there's a little side shoot on that yucca. That's really good. And what else is going on? Banana is still looking really strong, although it won't be long before I have to cut all of that down to cover it over the winter. But on the whole, do you know what, it's not looking too bad. So there you have it. Apart from constantly having to rake off leaves because of the plants dropping them constantly, and the never-ending supply of apples that are bombing the floor that I've got to spend years of my life picking up and throwing in the waste bin because you can only eat so many apple pies, it's not looking too bad for autumn. And you know, with a bit of deadheading, tidying up, I could probably keep it looking quite smart really for a few more weeks. But the inevitable is on its way. As soon as those first hard frosts arrive, then it's game over for the garden. So there we have it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and well done if you've watched it right to the end. That's fantastic. And if there's anything you'd like to add, anything that is weird going on in your garden, then let us know. All you need to do is just put that in the comments. We would love to hear from you. So before I go, it's the same old thing. It's a message from me from the past when the weather was better. See you. Right, now, just before you go, if you want to see more content, more behind the scenes stuff, and images that I've taken of some weird freaky plants over the years, then you're in luck because we've created an Instagram page. So you can find the link in our description. You can find the link on our main page, and if I'm clever enough, I might be able to get a link somewhere up there. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you want to see more YouTube stuff, then check out this video here. That's quite a good one. And if it doesn't float your boat, then another one right there. And enjoy these while still got the strength, imagination and aptitude to make them. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.